Hi, for the people who don't know me, I'm Orion's partner. I wanted to make a real quick statement about some of the that I'm seeing going on. If you're nitpicking Orion's, I know for a fact that Orion is telling the truth.
Oh my god, bro. After all this time, after that drama that's been going down for the past week or so, bro, I mean, this is just absolutely disgusting. I know for an absolute fact that Orion is telling the truth. Are you sure about that? Now, this is a topic I haven't actually covered on the channel, but I'm sure everybody is aware about it. Kwite being accused of rape about a week or two ago, and his accuser, Orion, tweeted out a massive tweet that blew up and basically claimed that this YouTuber had done inappropriate things. It all turned out to just be a big scandal, but it's something that I actually kind of wanted to cover because while I've been on YouTube now for quite a while, I've seen this happen many times over and over again. And I felt like after the first time this happened, that would have been enough. But apparently the absolute hole of a app that Twitter is never really seems to learn. And people ask me why I don't have a Twitter account. Accusations like this first happened when Pyrosyndicale got accused, and then after that, Slazo as well. Now, I actually had a bit of a personal experience with this myself. I'm not going to even discuss the locations where I went personally and who said this because I don't really want to call anyone out and start any drama. But I remember when the Slazo one happened, I actually met him in person and I actually thought he was a really nice guy with some other YouTubers who I've been friends with for quite a while now. And I remember when I went back up to the place to see my friends and they had pointed out some of the allegations that happened against Slazo and saying, oh, there's some big dirt coming out about Slazo. You wait, it's all going to be dropping within a week, which I really thought was just a bit odd personally. And when asked for any actual proof, the proof was someone said on Twitter. And then that's literally it. That's all the proof that they provided was that. Now for me, it just kind of goes without saying, how are you going to believe someone's tweet over your friend? To me, that just never really made much sense. I feel like YouTube is one of those awkward situations because you have a lot on the line, and I understand that you have your channel on the line and your whole business that you've been growing up and being associated with someone that did something as bad as the R word. Well, I understand that's not good for business, but surely it's worth the risk at some point than just to throw your quote-unquote friend underneath the bus and not even trying to hear his side of the story. I just never understand this whole one-side thing. And this absolute scumbag of a person that ended up accusing Kwite of this as well is something that I just kind of wanted to talk about, considering that this whole guilty until proven innocent BS is still a thing. Like I said, I thought after the first time this happened, people would have changed their minds. I'm seeing the same people on Twitter calling out this, saying how disgusting, how could he? Oh, Kwite hasn't replied in it's been like 5 minutes now and he hasn't said anything. That clearly means he's guilty. He is definitely guilty. So he takes his time and comes back with an absolute slapper of a response video completely debunking everything that this person has said about him. Well, I found it kind of funny that once he did that, Orion basically said the same thing with, I saw Kwite posted a response, but it's like an hour and 40 minutes long. I don't have the time to talk about it right now, but I will be treating this with the most upright respect this deserves. I can't watch it just yet, but I will try tonight. Well, that was about a week ago, and what has happened? I'll tell you what happened. They deleted their Twitter account. About a day ago, they've deleted their Twitter account and not had any presence online whatsoever. Well, apart from the fake disorder paper that they put on Twitter after Kwite uploaded his response video. Again, just completely playing victim. This is something that we've dealt with a lot on this channel. People just faking disorders to have other people feel bad for them. And the thing that's just so funny about this is the fact that they made their replies on Twitter so limited. But despite all of that, them posting this, the amount of people that then called them out because of spelling mistakes, wording, and none of it making absolutely any sense whatsoever. And yet there are still people on Twitter trying to defend this and say that they're a victim. How in any way are they a victim? The fact that they have literally given absolutely no proof whatsoever. And on top of that, there's a lot of stuff coming out about what Orion said previously, months leading up to this, and the amounts and heap of evidence that Kwite gave. I feel like sometimes it's just absolutely impossible to even change everybody's mind. Like, I understand that. Some people are just way too stubborn to actually see the full picture. And that's kind of it. The types of people that accuse people of this kind of stuff, and they just hear one person say it, and then they completely close their ears and don't want to hear the other side whatsoever, just make absolutely no sense to me. The fact that you're going to sit there and say, oh yeah, no, they 100% did it, but okay, but do you want to hear what the person said to defend themselves? No, I don't want to hear them. I've already made my judgment, thank you.
Are you serious?
It's like so unbelievably pathetic. But apparently Orion used to make videos, and this is coming out now as well. And I wish I had access to this TikTok, but I think they privated it, so I can't. But they made TikToks like this from the screenshot. TikTok, stop showing me people making videos about loving my race. Just looking at the image of this person, you can just tell they're a hateful, self-centered narcissist that wants nothing else than pure attention. With not only that now being leaked, but also previous DMs on Twitter with people talking to Orion with messages like this coming out. It's the kind of thing you don't realize how shit is his until later, you know? Because I was like, he made me feel special. That's kind of shitty. His name's Kwite. Oh, I haven't heard of them. He f***ing sucks. Yeah, if he's a racist, then by default he sucks, lol. What's worse? Question mark.
He's not even funny.
Wow, what an absolute burn. How is my guy ever gonna respond to that? Now, I just feel like the absolute detrimental things that come along with this as well, where people just really need to understand having that associated with your name. Because there are some people that aren't gonna be looking at those types of videos, and now they're gonna always be looking at someone like Kwite, even though he gave so much evidence and the person that accused gave none, or even something like a wet napkin could probably see that Kwite is innocent. But, you know, people don't like to do their own research, and people like to look at things at face value. And unfortunately, now Kwite is literally going to have that association with his name probably for the rest of his life. I actually feel like it was pretty sad. I only watched some of the response video, but the part I saw of it, he makes some good points. How can you ever recover from that? And he now doesn't even know if he's ever going to come back. The person literally doxed him, and the whole of Twitter went against him. And the only repercussions they had was they deleted their tweets after this whole thing came out, erasing any evidence on the internet of what they said at the beginning. Unfortunately, someone like Kwite doesn't have that luxury where he can just delete this timeline out of complete existence, because unfortunately that just doesn't happen now. And like I said, this whole guilty until proven innocent is complete BS, and is the whole reason that in the legal system this is just never the case. You can quite literally go around and accuse people you don't like of anything. Just think about how that has no logic to it whatsoever. If I don't like someone, I can say whatever I want and then say to them, prove you didn't do that. Not only being a complete waste of their time, but how are they even supposed to do that? I feel like what Orion has done here is absolutely disgusting, and I think it goes without saying that I hope the right repercussions come from this. None of these things should be taken lightly. Doxing someone, accusing someone, and ruining someone's career that they've built up over the span of many years. And I really hope a lot of people, especially on Twitter, can look at this and learn from this, but honestly, I think me just saying that, I'm being a little bit naive. Like I said, I've already experienced this in the past when talking to people and then accusing them with just absolutely no proof whatsoever and going along with it because it's too much of a risk to say otherwise. But anyway, with that all being said, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. I know I'm basically Internet Explorer at this point. This thing is probably being covered so much, and I'm sure has flooded every one of your YouTube timelines. But seeing people now even still trying to defend Orion, it just actually baffles me so much and just goes to show what awful people are out there. And like I said, having somewhat of kind of an experience with how this has been dealt with in the past before, I felt like I just wanted to make this video. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a great day nonetheless, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.